Hello, listeners. This is Sean Greg Andersen, VO Talent, and welcome back to Public Domania, the show where I have a chat with characters of television and written media that are in the public domain. Today, I have a unique guest that I found by sheer chance in Africa, of all places. You see, I was asked to use my special means to see if anyone knew where Long John Silver went. That way I could get back some actual wealth that he stole before. But I guess I ended up in the wrong place and wrong time. I ended up in the jungle, which, as you can see, has caused my allergies to come back a little bit. But I should be okay. But that's beside the point. So, everyone, please welcome my new guest, the King of the Apes himself, Tarzan!
You did not tell me there would be so many people here.
Oh, is that a problem?
No.
Okay, then, shall we begin the interview?
Yes.
And a few words, anyway, please have a seat. You can sit in the chair. You don't have to kneel on the...
This is how I sit. I am not thy common man.
Fair enough. Do what makes you feel comfortable.
When we met, you said you were curious about me. What did you mean?
Well, for starters, what was it like being raised by apes?
Challenging.
Could you elaborate on that? By that I mean,
I know what you mean. The apes took time to accept me.
Well, then, how did you get adopted by them?
My mother, Kala. She saved me from Kerchak, the leader of the apes. He was a mad leader that believed violence was the only solution.
Well, that is the law of the jungle. The strong survive.
I agree, and that is something I had to learn for myself as I grew as a tracker. But Kerchak, he was an ape that believed he had to kill for dominance, not just for survival.
You mean he wanted dominance, even among his own group?
Yes.
Well, then, how did Kala save you from Kerchak?
I don't know what happened exactly. I was just a baby at the time. But I learned that Kerchak killed a man, and when he came after me, Kala saved me and adopted me as her own.
Did Kerchak try to kill you later?
No, he left me alone. I guess he didn't see me as a threat after he calmed down.
Okay, were any of the other apes a problem?
Besides being ignored by the other apes, I had no conflicts with them. But there was another who hated me. Kala's mate, Tublot. He hated me so much that he wanted to kill me at the first chance, which is why I kept my distance from him.
That was wise, but how did you learn how to communicate with the apes? I mean, did you learn to speak to them?
In some ways, yes. I learned to speak their language, and I learned in other ways.
You mean like sign language?
What is that?
It's... never mind. But that does make me wonder about your rumored ability to communicate with other animals. Is that true?
Yes, through my skills at impressions, I was able to learn how to communicate with other animals, with sound as well as learning what they do every day.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So, what happened to Kerchak and Tublot?
I killed them.
That makes sense. It was you or them, right?
Yes.
So, what happened?
As I told you, Tublot hated me. But one day, when I was as many call it, teenager, he went mad and harmed my mother. So I had no choice but to fight and kill him.
And Kerchak?
As I also told you, he ignored me for many years. But when he learned about me killing a grown gorilla, he decided to kill me.
I get it. He felt threatened by you, so he tried to remove his biggest rival.
That is also the law of the jungle.
So how did you kill two powerful gorillas?
Through my living in the jungle, I had gained great strength, but I couldn't overpower either of them. So I used the skills of the jungle and weapons that I found along the way, like a knife, to prevail against both of them.
Amazing. And did defeating Kerchak help you at all?
Yes, for I became the new leader of the apes.
Hence why you are the king of the apes.
Yes, I am the king of the apes.
That makes so much sense. But can I ask what happened to Kala?
She died.
Kerchak or Tublot?
Neither. She was killed by a human hunter. who I killed to avenge her. That wasn't the law of the jungle.
I'm sorry. Truly I am.
Thank you.
What is it? What do you mean the electrician's here? What's the problem? Tarzan, I hate to do this, but there's something I need to check up on. Could you wait here for a few minutes?
All right.
Great. And in the meantime, I had my people get some fruit for you. Please enjoy.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. Don't go away. Why is it that we're having this electrical problem? I was told the device couldn't create this kind of issue, but no, I guess I'm not. What do you mean it'll cost us extra? I'm telling you that the device is not tapping into anything. What? Oh, we'll talk about this later. Hello, everyone. We are back talking with Tarzan, King of the Apes.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. It's just something I have to talk about more later. But until then, how about we continue our little chat?
Very well. By the way, this is good fruit.
Glad to hear.
What else do you want to talk about?
You were telling us about Kala, and by what I understand, she loved you as if you were her own.
There's no question about that.
So in light of that, I was wondering about Jane.
My wife?
Yeah, she was someone that loved you, so I wanted to know more about her. Or is that something you don't want to talk about?
Jane is the love of my life. I'll gladly tell you anything about her. What would you like to know?
Well, for starters, how did the two of you meet?
She was marooned near the place where my parents and I were marooned, back when I was a baby. She and the rest of her group were in great danger of the jungle, so I vowed to protect her as well as her father, Archimedes. There was another man by the name of William Clayton, who was also close with Jane, so I protected him as well.
You did all that for Jane?
Yes, for she was the most beautiful creature I had ever seen. She was truly amazing, for despite her getting into danger often, she was also quite intelligent and caring.
Brains and beauty, huh?
Indeed, and when she was rescued by other people, I knew I had to try and find her again.
How did you do that?
I made a friend by the name of Paul d'Arnon, who offered to take me to the land of men like me, so I could have a chance to see her again. Along the way, I learned to speak French and English.
You didn't learn it from Jane?
No, I didn't really talk to her or the others. Paul was the only man I spoke to, which is how I learned how to speak his languages, which were French and English.
So you didn't learn any human languages until you went in search of Jane?
Well, I did teach myself to read English from the books my parents left, but I never spoke to anyone before, so I never knew how to speak.
And a long boat ride with a good friend is just perfect for learning how to speak. So where did you find Jane?
In Wisconsin, USA, where I found out that she was to marry William Clayton, the man she and her father were with.
Oh, that hurts. Going all that way just to find out she was marrying someone else? That must not have been pretty. So, what did you do?
I decided to leave her be, so she could be happy with William. But after some adventures, I ran into her again, along with her father and William.
So what happened?
I found that Jane and William were being attacked by a lion, and I saved them both without revealing myself, due to seeing both of them embracing each other.
Yeah, that would be kind of awkward.
But then I found out that she was kidnapped, so I rescued her.
Nice. And then?
We traveled together and eventually found help, except for William, who apparently died before we could find him.
That's a shame for Jane.
Actually, it's not. Apparently, she ended their engagement before her kidnapping, and she grew to love me as much as I loved her. So we were wed by her father.
Now that's a love story.
Thank you. What is happening to the lights?
Oh no, not again. The device must be tapping into too much of the building's power. Tarzan, I need to check on this. Could you wait here, please?
Very well.
Thank you. I'll be right back. Don't anyone go anywhere. I swear you used such a device 4 or 5 times, and now there are problems. I should have checked on the warranty. That's stupid. What do you mean we need to make changes? Come on, so our device caused some electrical problems. That doesn't mean that... What? Oh, right. We are back, everyone. And as you see, Tarzan is still here and very much enjoying the fruit.
I got bored waiting for you to come back.
Sorry about that. Just dealing with some financial issues with the landlord of this building.
Sure. So, shall we continue?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Actually, this whole business with the landlord makes me think of another question for you.
And that question is?
Which do you prefer? The life in the jungle or the life among men like you?
The life of the jungle.
That was a fast answer. I figured it would take you a minute.
It wasn't that difficult a question.
How so? I mean, the jungle life is hard, and you're in constant danger.
It's a simpler life. It might be harder at times, but compared to dealing with the ways of humans, it's nowhere near as complicated.
Complicated?
Humans will always try to achieve more than what they need, which is commonly known as greed. They will always want more money, more power, or even control. The life in the jungle is about doing what you need to do to survive. And I find that simpler.
Okay, I can't argue with that logic, but what about Kerchak? Wasn't he like a human then, based on how he killed for dominance?
Which is precisely why the way of humans annoys me. Because such actions remind me of Kerchak himself. Someone that I would rather want to forget about.
Fair point. But you got along with that Paul no. Did I say that right?
Close enough. Paul was able to prove that not all humans were bad. But I assure you, I met several others who were truly as mad and as evil as Kerchak. At least in the jungle I could have dealt with them, but among humankind such actions are frowned upon.
True, but what about Jane? Was she alright with living in the jungle?
I wondered the same thing. But we found a good place in Africa, near the jungle, but still among humans, for Jane to feel right at home.
Where was that?
A place called Urizi, Africa, where I built a home on the lands of the Waziri tribe.
Waziri tribe?
That was a tribe I befriended and became ruler of after saving them from raiders. This was before I saw Jane again.
Amazing. So that's why they were okay with you building a house on their lands?
Indeed. They're good people who helped me achieve enough wealth to support and care for Jane.
How did they do that?
It involved a lost city that I told them to take me to, which had a great deal of treasure inside of it.
Nice.
But before that, I was captured.
Captured?
Yes, my captives planned to sacrifice me to their god. But that's another story.
Then you better save it for another time, because we're almost out of time. But I think I have enough to ask one more question.
And that question would be?
Out of all the places with humans, was there any place you liked to be in?
Yes. London.
London?
Jane and I often went there during what they called the rainy season. And for some reason, there was something about London that just felt like home.
So it became your home away from home?
In a way, yes. And Jane, with her great intelligence, proved that she could be among those in London and feel right at home, which was very important to me.
Good man. Well, in any case, our time is up. I want to thank you for coming to talk, Tarzan.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could answer your questions. But now I must return to my home where Jane and Jack are waiting for me.
Right, Jane and... wait. Who's Jack?
My son.
Okay, that might be something to talk about in the future. If you wanted to come back again for another talk, I mean.
I will think about it.
Fair enough. So you just wait right there, and I will send you home right away. Then I can deal with the energy wheel problem. But one thing at a time. Anyway, thank you all for listening, and I hope you come back for more Public Domain character chats. This is Sean Greg Andersen, VO Talent on Public Domania, saying goodnight. Note that all sound effects from the show were supplied by the Funny Sound Effects app from the Apple Store, as well as YouTube.com.